Kia ora, and welcome to another Homebrew Wednesday featuring me, Mr. Manawa Brew. Not much has been going on, far too busy with life in general for anything brew-wise. I have managed to do something towards my chocolate chili stout that I've been planning for since forever. Might take you out and just show you my little chili plants after this. So I brought a manzano chili, which is it's not like a jalapeno, it's a completely different species, from what I've read anyway, and you can't cross the two, so they must be different. But this one's a little yellow one, and it's supposed to, well, the name of it's called translates to apple. So it's supposed to be rather hot, which is awesome, but I didn't specifically buy that just to make chili beer. I bought it to eat as well. So in the weekend just gone, if you've seen on the Facebook there, I brought a little smoke box and chucked it in the barbecue with some pahutakawa chips. The pahutakawa is native to New Zealand, I believe. Could be wrong. I'll put a little Wikipedia link down the bottom there. And smoked up some jalapenos that I had out the front, and also a manzano that got knocked off the bush, or knocked off the plant from the wind. So here is the end result. Here is one of my dried and smoked jalapenos, and yes, I did leave the seeds in on purpose because I want some nice heat. And here is a little half of a manzano chili. Now they reckon that these don't smoke very well because they've got quite thick walls, but this one's pretty dry. You can see through it there. So they're supposed to be yellow, but clearly that's green. But they're dried and ready to go. The smoke isn't as smoky as I would have liked it, but it's still there. So there's a container full there. There's one whole manzano and four jalapenos, I think, which apparently when you smoke them like that they be turned into chillllllliies. So now I'm on the hunt for some cacao nibs. I've had a chat to a local fella here who's right into his cooking and been on MKR New Zealand, for those people that watch My Kitchen Rules. His name's Aaron and Heather. So I had a chat to him about where I can get some cacao nibs, because I don't want to use cocoa. I want to use raw basic ingredients as much as I can. So got the recipe down pat. Hopefully order all the stuff next week and we'll get right into it. Finally, that could be my winter warmer. I'm looking for a session stout, so 5-6%, nothing too big. But I'll show you these chips that I got in the little smoke box and my chili peppers. Just a word of warning, my jalapeno pepper has been absolutely smashed by the weather that we've had in the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you international peeps have been keeping an eye on our weather in New Zealand, but we had a cyclone come through, or a tropical depression probably is what you'd call it by the time it hit us. We didn't get really too affected here in Palmerston North, but we certainly got a bit of wind and a bit of rain. So I'll just flick you around so I can show you. There's nothing to it. It's pretty small. You just fill it up with chips. That's what's left over after I decided to stop smoking. There's a little bit of burnt down the bottom there, but that's what's left after I decided that my chilies had dried enough. And here is the big bag of pahutakawa chips. So I filled up the smoker, or the little smoke box, 3 times I think that's the 3rd time. And I'll just take over to the barbecue and show you how I had it sitting in the barbecue. So I had it sitting in between the 2 burners and had my peppers over here. I originally had everything above the burners, but the peppers started to burn, so I moved them over to the tin foil over this side with the grate. The reason I used the tin foil is to basically avoid any of the chili going on my grill, because, well, not everybody likes heat, right? So yeah, pretty straightforward. nothing to it really. First time I've ever smoked anything by myself. I have had a mate come around and we had a bit of a barbecue on the smoke session, and smoked up some brisket and some salmon, and it was pretty good. Let's take you down and show you my chillies. Excuse Brewcat, if you can hear Brewcat. Alright, I'll flick you around again so you can, excuse the sun. Christ, that's terrible. So here's my little jalapeno. Not this one, obviously, that's tomato, but this is my jalapeno. So it's got smashed. We had a couple of branches get smashed off that had peppers on them. So there, hello cat. Here's Brewcat. So yeah, there's the habanero, but the big puppy around this side is my Manzano chili, or a comes Brewcat again, chili ricotta Costa Rica yellow. So I got this from Mitre 10 and it had fruit on it, similar to that little one there, and there's another one up the top somewhere. No, I'll tell you what, there it is there, down the bottom, another one there. Yeah, boys. Yeah, so there's heaps of flowers on there, heaps of little fruit up the top. They reckon that this one is, oh, hang on, I'll flip you around. Yeah, so they reckon that Manzano chili, or the Costa Rica yellow, is a bit more forgiving with the frost. So I have that one in a pot, and I'm going to move it inside when it gets a little bit too cold. Compost! So it doesn't like the frost too much, so as soon as it starts chilling down a bit too much, I'm just going to bring it inside, put it outside during the day, but overnight she can sit in the heat inside. And we'll see how we go. I'm thinking that one of the jalapenos that came off the tree, I'm going to try and seed it, get seeds off it, and grow some more from that specific strain. We'll see how we go. That's it from me. No bearsies tonight, but hit the gym, so don't know what impact they'll work out there. So bears are on their way. I have one. Well, I shouldn't say that actually. I have a wee ring that's formed in the beers that I was supposed to send up to Auckland, and the homebrew tour beer that's supposed to go out. There's a wee ring that's developed on the beer itself inside the bottle. So I've got to test the bottle that I've got in the fridge. It's been in there for a couple of days, so I'm going to have a go at tonight and see if it explodes all over me and all over my house, much like it did to young Chubby. So if it does that, then screw it, they'll all be tipped out, and I'll have to redo something else, I think. But yeah, so we'll see how we go. Not too sure if it's just krausen from secondary fermentation in the bottle, or whether it's infection. And if it's infection, that wild yeast that I caught is pretty fucking stubborn. Right, well, that's it from me. I'll you probably can't see me very well there, can you? It's a bit sunny. There we go. Love you and leave you there. So see you on Wednesday. Cheers.